president in some form or fashion, but that could come back to haunt many members, GOP members, when they're up for re-election. Well, you know, this week we discussed that and much more with Kentucky Senator and possible 2016 presidential nominee, Rand Paul. Senator Paul, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Sure. Glad to be with you.
Look, let's talk about the fiscal cliff. Tom Coburn, and you know Tom up there, the senator, very conservative, and he's even now saying, look, we got to do something on tax rates. I mean, when you heard that, I mean, what are you thinking as a constitutional conservative up there?
You know, I think it's a mistake to raise tax rates. In fact, you may get the opposite of what they want. They want more revenue. I think if you raise tax rates, you may get less revenue. Last year in England, they raised the tax rates and they actually got less revenue this year, and they're thinking about reversing course. We've had many times in our history where we've lowered rates and got more revenue. We did it in the 1920s, again in the 1960s, the 1980s, and even the Bush tax cuts in 2003, when we lowered rates, revenue went up, and interestingly, the rich paid more as a percentage of the overall revenue after we lowered rates.
What do you make of the political aspect of all of this? You look at the polls, and poll after poll shows the public, the majority of the public, at least most of the public, is actually with him on raising rates for people over $250,000 a year. Do you buy those numbers?
Not necessarily. I mean, the president got 39% in my state, and so I don't think there's exactly a mandate from Kentucky to say, oh, we now want you to raise taxes. 39% of the people in my state supported his message. It's probably the same in Oklahoma and many other conservative states. They don't support the president's message. I frankly think he's wrong, and I think it would be a mistake, and it'll actually make the problem worse. So I can't go against everything I believe, everything the Republican Party stands for, and against good common sense, and raise tax rates.
Well, what is your message to the Republican Party? And when I say the Republican Party, I'm talking about the leaders of the Republican Party as it relates to the way forward for this party. There's been a lot of introspection in these last month or so since the election. If you're running things up there on Capitol Hill, what's the way forward for the Republican Party, Senator?
Well, we have to believe in something. If we don't believe in something, if we're not the party of limited government, the Constitution, and lower taxes, then really I say disband. I mean, really, if you want to be a party, you want to believe in something, let's do, but let's don't be Democrats light or President Obama light.
That's Rand Paul here on the Brody File. All right, time to dust off the